Coach, has the club gotten over the sting of the loss the other day?
Well, we hope a practice helps them out.
And what did they show you today?
Well, they got feisty with each other. That's good. They're competitive. We had a good practice. Tried to cover some things we anticipate San Antonio is going to do, which is, right now the best club in the NBA. So we faced one that was pretty good the other day. Now we have to face one of the better ones on their home court.
When you asked for patience the other day, exactly what did you do?
Well, just that we're not playing very well. We've been through this before. I think 3 out of the last 4 Christmases have been kind of bummers for us. So, we know that, we come out with those games occasionally, and especially at this time of the year, we have some trouble getting it together.
With the feisty in practice, in what ways?
Well, it just had a competitive practice. The second unit beat the first unit out here, which is always kind of fun. It makes it, interesting.
How's the San Antonio team different from years past?
I think they're just more high energy offense. They have a little more offensive group running together. They've got guys playing at a higher level. Jefferson's playing much better than he did last year. He's having a good year. Bonner's leading the league in three-point shooting. Ginobili's a starter. They've increased the number of shots they're taking per game. All those things are creating more offense for them, and they're, I think they're in the top scorers in the league.
Did you lean on repeat seasons from early on in your career, like EQs, or just how to looking back? We had doldrums in 01, 02, and
Well, we had doldrums because Shaq was out till the middle of December 11th or something for 6 weeks. But no, that doesn't have anything to do with this group right now.
When they're shooting, when this team's not shooting well, I mean, you mentioned the other day that Powell didn't have a good base. Is it just a slump, something that teams go through during the course of the season, or are there mechanical things?
Some of it's just ball
selection?
movement. So it's just the ball has to move well for guys to have open shots. I think we went 13 minutes or something the other day without making another shot from the first quarter, which Fish hit a 3, to somewhere in the middle of the second quarter when Kobe finally made a bank shot, and no one made an outside shot.
Well,
We had guys that were turning it down or to drive, or guys that weren't hitting them. So, some of that's just about confidence and having a semblance of responsibility with the ball.
When you talk about ball movement, can you elaborate a little more on just what some of the things they're doing from keeping the ball moving, and what the solutions are?
A lot of guys are trying to take it on themselves. The ball doesn't move often enough from one side of the court to the other. One of the mainstays of our offense, I think we ran it 2 times in the course of the game. We just didn't get the ball swung very often and didn't move the ball to the other side of the court.
You said the other day that
he was really going to plan to crack the whip today during practice towards his teammates, and I sent a message.
Well, he was aggressive. He was playing. He's out in the court, so that in itself was a little bit different. But I didn't hear anything verbal. I think he just went out and played hard.
you had said the other day that this game was one that you and the coaches had been pointing to for some time. Was there a special reason for that?
Yeah, I mean, it's really, about our conference, and this is the team that's sitting on the top of the conference, and they're managing to beat teams, a lot of it last 2 minutes of games, and sometimes not playing well for, a while, and then coming up and having a really good finish in games. So, they're doing something special this year, and we have to understand what it is.
Bill, has the focus of their offense shifted in any noticeable degree from Duncan a few years ago to Ginobili, especially this year, or is it still just depend on the game?
Well, I think it's Parker, Ginobili, and Duncan. I think the 3 of those guys are going to direct the offense, and I think a lot of stuff's still going to go through Tim Duncan. Whether he's shooting the ball as well or scoring as high or not, we still have to respect who he is as a player.
Is the way San Antonio starts kind of up there with the 95, 96 we'll see in terms of just the record at the beginning of the season? When you look at that year, did you feel like that was significant in any way in terms of just laying the foundation for later on?
Well, when it gets to be 45-6, then it gets to be, or something in that degree, then you start looking at it. But I mean, we're still too early yet to start, making, too many noises about it. It's an early start, and they're playing well, and that's the way things go.
Is the ball getting into Andrew or Powell enough to your liking?
Well, Powell had 11 shots the first half. He made 3 of them, and I think, he had opportunities. So I anticipate that's often enough. There are times when no, it isn't, but we do pretty well when the ball goes in the post. But he has not been responding well as of late with offensive opportunities. But still, he's a good passer. He creates shots for other people. Those are important things.
Cody said said about having a good game in terms of how the season's been treated. Have you noticed that? Is it something?
Well, yeah, I can't put my finger on it, but there's been some distractions, and I think that it's we have a new group of guys, so there's some things different about it, but I think everybody kind of wants to win, and it's not the same as doing it.
Are you glad he sounded off about that? I don't know if you're.
I haven't read it, so I really can't comment on it. So I just have to kind of assume that what he said, not know what he said, just by your inflections.
When he said that the game needs to be the most important thing, that seems to strongly imply some misplaced priority.
Yeah, there's that's what we said. There's some distractions, but we think that these guys are veterans. They should be able to handle that. But that's their come back and get it straight, and get it organized, and we'll be after. But Christmas is always a distracting time. You have relatives coming in, and you have a lot of stuff going on, and so that can be distracting.